Kai'Sa in Unranked to Diamond. She is such a fun champion to play, and that was an aggressive Amumu Q. Okay, I now realize. Okay, buddy. Lovely. What a start. Very important here to instantly pop Potion when the fight starts, so you get as much regeneration throughout the fight as possible. Yeah, good one. Oh god, I misclicked and didn't get the minion. Anyway, we are trying to... I mean, winning lane is nice, always, but we don't need to. We're just trying... That was close. We're just trying to... Never mind. She needs to flash. Okay, so... Actually, I forgot to track them. Never mind. So, she also ignited. Yep. And she healed. I actually have no summoners left. But you don't need to win lane as Kai'Sa. It's so nice. Winning, of course, perfect. But if you just go even, you just destroy them, right? Because late game is so strong. And especially with this build I'm going to show you. I can't walk up right now. Because Lux threatens to... Actually, she has no combo. She's level 1. What am I saying? Yeah, there we go. Dodge that. Amumu is just chilling there, huh? That did not work out. But I got some damage back on them. I can pop my biscuit in a second. We see the jungler mid lane. I also have a ward in the river, so we should be quite safe. As long as I don't get poked down by Lux too much. Yeah, I mean, okay, she got Dark Harvest here. I would be more afraid of Comet Lux, really, because Dark Harvest is quite bad early game. Whereas Comet adds poke constantly. Anyway, we now need to chill a little bit. They have... Caitlyn Lux is a menacing lane. Double poke with trap combos from Lux Qs. It's quite rough, but as long as we just avoid that, we should be fine. Graves is closing in on them, huh? This is a big wave. I'm not a fan. If it works, it works. They have no summoners. Okay, there we go. Nice. Actually, a good play, but it's... I also stepped in a trap, but luckily, well, I didn't waste my summoner earlier, so I still had it. But, generally speaking, don't want to fight in big stacked minion waves, because if you lose that fight, you lose so much more than just a fight. You lose all that farm too, which is gold and levels. But yeah, so far so good. We're kind of crushing it right now on Kai'Sa. I guess we want to go like this, spend as much gold as possible, and run back to lane. So the build, yeah, it's the core is Kraken PD. That's the core most people go for. It's also very, very strong because you evolve your Q so early with Kraken. 65 AD plus double longsword from Phantom Dancer. It's enough to evolve your Q when you get it. And then you just move towards lifesteal, because Kai'Sa doesn't really need like the classical or the classic armor pen items or even Infinity Edge or whatever. Just lifesteal will do so much for you, because it keeps you safe, it keeps you fighting with your lethal tempo, makes you very hard to punish even for enemy tanks who might buy Thornmail. I really like it. It's especially good for newer Kai'Sa players. And I mean, I've played this game for years at this point, and I also would play this build if I were to play Kai'Sa on my main account, but there are other options, of course, so don't forget that. However, in this game, in this series, we are... Oh, come on, Amumu, are you really? Okay, he's level 6, isn't he? Yep. Yeah, she dies. She gets to Q me, but who cares? Yeah, very good ganks. I mean, team knows they don't have summoners, so they're just getting abused at this point. We could help them at Dragon, which is certainly a play. And Mumu wants the big one, sure. Can I leave this lane alone? I definitely W this so I get an assist on Dragon, so I get an extra stack for Legend Bloodline. But I can't leave this lane right now. If I do, I would lose 6 minions for nothing, pretty much. Ah, I still lost 2. Can we get a plating here? It's too risky, I think. Lux into Caitlyn is too dangerous, and I don't have my cleanse right now to rectify any mistakes. That's a promising looking gank, actually. They don't have vision because the control ward blocks out their ward. They don't see anything. Oh well, Graves now showed himself by attacking that ward. So now they do know for sure. Get some poke damage in. Can we do something there? I'm level 5, so I can't ult in. I'm also quite vulnerable. Actually, I want to stay in lane. I don't want to give up lane pressure here. Oh no. Amumu takes the full combo. Not optimal. If he wants to base, we can. Not the biggest fan, but I also don't want to have desynchronized back timings with him. We don't have much vision here, so I'll take this base. It's definitely the safest play. Let's get a longsword, because why not? Chances are we're still getting Kraken Slayer next back timing. And the extra early AD might go a long way. Plus, it's obviously not wasted. We're working towards Phantom Dancer right now. With this longsword. You want to get the longswords first anyway for Q Evolve. Q Evolve is your first big power spec on Kai'Sa always. So, getting that as fast as possible is always a priority. But now we return to this. They didn't even dare to fast push and punish. They just stayed, essentially. And we return to a big wave. Oh god, I messed up my stuff here. Yeah, okay, I kind of messed up. That W was int. Okay, now I have ulti, which is nice. Amumu tanks this so we can hold, force them to overcommit. Amumu can mess them up real bad. Especially in combination with my ults. Need to thin out this wave though so we can make more plays. I'm not a fan of staring down huge enemy waves, you know. Got my boots. Also makes things easier. I'll just flash for the safe kill. Mumu gets a Q back, right? Yep. They both flashed, essentially. I'll walk this way. Not risking any damage here. There's no reason to. So, yeah, Mumu's making killer plays right now. Definitely. 0 and 10. What a stomp. What's happening? Like, seriously. They're so far behind already. We get a plating here. I can't close in. Can't help him. He probably lives though, huh? Okay, we're fine. Also got another plating. Echo is here, yep. We should arguably just base. With Amumu being that low and myself being able to just buy a full Kraken Slayer. Actually, if I base now, I lose so many minions. Yeah, unlucky timing. I need to stay here, but I should be fine. Oh, I'm dead. I'm getting 4-manned. Okay, yeah, I'm dying and lose 12 minions, but we're still far ahead. So it shouldn't cost us the game, but it's nonetheless frustrating, of course. Yeah, 4 people here, but I mean, on the flip side, we have so much pressure in the other lanes. If they're all on bot lane, they can't be anywhere else, right? And every lane is winning right now, so I really shouldn't complain. It feels bad getting 4-manned like this, but it is what it is. Should have cut my losses and just based instead of trying to stay. And Syndra Ori was here. I wanted to ward to avoid the situation, but I warded too late when, again, Syndra already hovered or occupied this bush. So not much to be done. This is warded, sure. Oh, can we dive this? I have ults. Oh, this is fishy. Amumu takes a lot of damage here. For nothing, essentially. Yeah, he is way too greedy right now. Especially when Graves is doing Dragon at the same time. That's just a recipe for disaster. Because Graves is then in an awkward spot where he needs to choose between finishing Dragon or trying to help us. Which is a very bad situation to be in for him. Alright, let's just play the lane again. No reason to overcomplicate things. Take the free stuff, win the game. Not make the risky plays and try to throw the game. Risky plays are the burden of the losing team. Not yours. Quite glad Amumu did not land this. Oof, lots of damage. Evolved Q is nasty. Keep an eye out. Does Amumu want this? Can a minion? Ah. I wasn't sure if he was getting it, so I better secured. He's basing. He was playing so well earlier, but now he's kind of, for no reason, putting his foot off the gas. Oh well. Now we're sitting 1v2. They don't know I'm 1v2 per se. They could assume Amumu is in this bush right next to me. And this one right here. So they can't really punish me right now, but they will notice very soon. Okay, they still think it's a bait, which is nice for me because I get to farm for free here. You're not basing. Just be as annoying as possible for the enemy. That's always a good call. If you're not a pain for the enemy to deal with, then you're doing something wrong, huh? No reason for me to tank tower here. Nice. Alright. Clean double kill. The switcheroo. Essentially the same thing they did to me earlier. But yeah, 3 to 14. That's quite rough. We can even stay. See what's up. Can I get this? Oh, okay, he wants it for himself. That's fine. We roam mid lane here to apply some pressure. Oh, is he fine? He might not be. Had I landed my W, I could have killed them probably with my ults. But this way I would have needed to commit my flash, which I was not ready to do. It's a huge commitment. Your flash is so valuable in AD carry. Alright. Let's see if we can crack open mid lane tower. Oh, minion block. So I get hits. Anyway, we get the tower. We can recall. Get some items. We could also just farm this next wave here. I want to farm the wave, actually. Actually, Syndra just one-shots me, doesn't she? Yeah, I should have cleanse flashed. Ah, that was stupid of me. Alright, alright. How not to do it. Yeah, Syndra is dangerous. She got the shutdown on me earlier, and she is on decent-ish farm. We all are, kind of. We're all kind of behind in CS because we fought a little bit here and there. At 16 minutes, we should be at 160 CS, ideally. But, I mean, that's if the game goes very, very quiet and you can afford to, you know, ignore what your team's doing and just do your own thing. Essentially. Yeah, that was such a stupid death, though. I knew it. I even knew how risky it would be, but I still walked up. And then Syndra stunned me. I doubted, I second-guessed myself. Didn't commit my cleanse and flash. Or just cleanse probably would have been enough, so she can't walk up to me. But, I mean, it is what it is now. No reason to dwell on it. We push mid lane past river, now we roam. Let's see what we can do here. Can we kill Darius? Maybe. Ah. Barely missed. But we can still take this tower with Herald and everything. Going bot lane would have also been a play for more dragon pressure. But I think this is more promising with Herald and pushing. Gotta strike the iron while it's hot. And this Herald can go a long way if we can take this inhibitor. Nice, there we go. Inhibitor at 17 minutes, that's so great. Bro, what are you doing? Or did I attack it? I didn't even realize. Anyway, no one died, so who cares? He failed his smites. Sure. What a fiesta. In any case, we can pressure Dragon here. They need to deal with super minions top lane, which at 18 minutes is so tough. Super minions gonna ruin your day. Alright, let's take this ward. Well, it kinda worked out for us, didn't it? Or did it? I don't know. This Syndra is kind of dangerous. I got knocked right back into the stupid Lux Laser though, which is quite frustrating, but it's okay. We still got this dragon here. There's no way we don't get it. If anyone walks close, the Mumu just kills them. Yeah. As you see, and we just stay on dragon and take it safe and sound. Now we can look for a fight if we need to. Getting a shutdown on Syndra would be so nice. That did not kill. Lux shield. Ah. I didn't want to stay under tower for too long, but I should have committed 1 or 2 auto attacks. Definitely. Yeah, we can steal their red buff now. Maybe. Maybe it's too risky. Yeah, let's just leave. I also need to get some items. Getting my E upgrade is a huge power spike for teamfighting. Also getting more lifesteal just makes me safer. Actually, there's an argument for buying Wit's End instead of Blade. Just to deal with Syndra a little better. But I could also just play a little better, you know. Let's wait for 1 dagger and then join the fight again. There we go. Yeah, I can also just not position like an idiot, and then I don't need the magic resist from Wit's End. That's always a nice alternative. They start Baron. Okay, I'm not too worried about this. We should take it fast enough so they can't react to it. Especially with Kaisei, dude, so fast. There we go. Careful. That's a good one. Don't want to commit into Syndra here, of course. Oh, okay, that was... I couldn't follow up there. They were too far away. It is what it is. We can just siege with Baron. And need to avoid Syndra stun, of course. But they passively lose this because they need to also answer top lane super minions. Plus bot lane Riven. I could ult this, but I'm going to take the free tower. And guess what's the better play? Take the free stuff, you know? This dive is purely unnecessary. The Mumu being too reckless. Just push. Just let them suffer with Baron. I could ult this and try to dive and make a play to look cool. But it's just so unnecessary. Just take the tower, man. Okay, now we go in, of course. Because the team committed, but you don't want to be the first one. If you tank tower, you have no chance of making out alive. But yeah, they just got crushed. Too much pressure on the map. Can we finish here? They're all dead for now. Got minions. Looks like we can't quite finish, but we can take inhibitor. And now that they respawn, all we need to do is base, get our items, and push bot lane to win. It's very straightforward now. We could sell Dorans, but there's no need. And again, we have played this quite passively, but Kai'Sa has a short-ranged AD carry. You can't just completely roll over them while they turtle under tower. The commitment is too huge. You can follow up with your ult, sure, if your team just desperately wants to go in, but just sieging and forcing them to overcommit is way better always, if you want to win consistently in solo queue. Again, this dragon's completely free, so I'm gonna take it. Team wants to fight. Yeah, they want to polish their KDA. I just want to win. Alright, now with Baron, not Baron, with Elder. What's his name? Infernal Soul. My team should crush them. I mean, they already are, but again, I'm trying to show you how to win consistently, and making these plays where you can potentially feed the enemy shutdown gold, like this Twisted Fate. It's not the way. Yeah, okay, now we should have an easy path to victory. Just take the tower, take the Nexus, and go next game, right? Kai'Sa is, in my opinion, one of the best AD carries to main because she has such a rewarding learning curve, and we are playing Kai'Sa in Unranked to Diamond today, so in this lane, I mean, first of all, the build I'm going to show you is one that I think is optimal for solo queue because it has a lot of power and a lot of margin for error, so, I mean, in the late game it's very hard to mess up with her, and especially in this late game it will be quite important because we have a Sion and a Warwick on the enemy team who are both very, very strong in the late game, but we'll see how we fare. First of all, we need to play the lane phase, of course. Get level 2. Okay, at least I landed my W. We don't get much out of this power spike, I don't think. And most importantly, I want my farm. Everything else is not as crucial. Don't want to take a tower shot, but I do want to get some harass off if I can. But they're level 2 as well, so we shouldn't be too overconfident now. Also, Warwick might try and gank us very soon, which I don't like. Got the cannon. I'm gonna shove this in and then go ward. Alright, didn't miss a single minion, and I still got some beautiful damage off. Okay, we place a ward here. I hope Senna doesn't get engaged on. Okay, perfect. So now I feel a little bit more safe And again, as Kai'Sa, you don't need to win lane. You just need to don't lose lane, and then you can carry the late game. And the build, I want to go for the core of Kraken PD, but afterwards, I want to go for some lifesteal items for both Blade of the Ruined King, which is a good Kai'Sa item in general, and Bloodthirster for even more safety. So those tanks cannot just passively deal with us over longer fights, because they can never win these fights, right? Also going with lethal tempo, so longer fights favor you anyway, so Bloodthirster, Shield, and the lifesteal allow you to stay in longer fights more consistently. Good ward, I like it. Get this minion here, and yes, so far they're playing very passively again, which opens us up to a Warwick gank, of course. But, you know, we're getting our farm. They're not getting much pressure back. They will lose farm on the tower, in fact. Ezreal is kind of weak when you push him in, because he doesn't have wave clear, especially not early game. In the late game, he can kind of do stuff with his ulti, but right now, pushing against him is quite effective. Alright, let's get these. Ah, I thought he would get... Okay, I still hit him, actually. Get my minions. Ah, I missed one. No, and now it cascades into another one. Perfect. Anyway, we are still up in CS by quite a bit, which is very nice. And Braum being low also means he can't do much, because tanks need their HP as an aggressive resource to go in. If they don't have that, what are they going to do? If they go in, they die. So we're not under any pressure here, even if Warwick comes. Actually, Braum's kind of healthy again. He had potions, never mind. But generally speaking, if you have a tank on the enemy team, in the enemy bot lane, in the support role, just poke him, just get him low. Low tanks are quite useless. And I'm also low on mana, but doesn't matter as much. I do a lot of the auto attacks, and I still have biscuits, of course. And as you noticed, probably, the build I described a few seconds ago, it doesn't have a Last Whisper item. You can buy one last, but Kai'Sa, generally speaking, doesn't need it, especially not with Kraken Slayer, her passive, and with Blade of the Ruined King. Ah, didn't land. Time to pop the first biscuits, get some mana back. This Senna is playing very well, not getting caught, and still applying tons of pressure. We'll paste on a ward here. Lose a minion for it, but it's better than getting ganked and not seeing it coming. Speaking of which... Okay, I mean, it doesn't get a kill for us, but still, we get so much pressure out of this gank. You don't need to kill the enemy to get an advantage, of course. All you need to do is get them low, force them out of the lane. And then you're already winning. Because they are bleeding CS. Ah, lost a couple minions here, but they're so low now. We have 15 or 10-ish CS advantage, as Ezreal will farm some of this. But we can convert this into a free dragon now. Also quite nice for the Legend Bloodline stacks. Dragon does count towards finishing your Legend rune. Some mana back here. Enemy did take this opportunity to go base, it seems, which is good for Ezreal because he needs this. He needs his tier and everything. But we can do the same pretty much. We can push this in now and then recall, get our items. And we have a massive advantage just because of how we managed the lane. We didn't even fight, really. We just pressured them out, abusing Ezreal's weakness as a champion. So how do we want to proceed? Probably like this. Let's go like this. I want to keep the biscuit for mana because I think that's a little bit more important. And I also want to spend all my gold naturally. You see, I also went cut down this game. Coup de grace is probably more value in most situations, but in this lobby, I mean, look at them. Look at these tanky boys. Poor Garen, getting schooled on the tower. Yeah, happens, but we will need to deal with these 4 tanks plus Ezreal, and cut down is a little bit better at that in the late game. Anyway, let's continue. Doing what we do best, which is grow strong. Take some free farm. Okay, where is Ezreal? Again, I don't want to give them free lane pressure. So I want to thin out this wave a little bit. So we can fight them if we have to. Unlocking Kai'Sa's ultimate, also a huge playmaking tool, of course. Adds a lot of safety and playmaking potential, as I've said. I mean, you can use it both defensively and offensively, which is always nice to have. More options, the better. Which is also why Kai'Sa is so nice for maining, because once you start having quote-unquote muscle memory for certain situations the game throws you into, you just know when you need to ult and when you need to keep it, and it's so satisfying when you get that huge ult off, sniping the enemy backline. Ezreal hit his first Q on me. Well played. Okay, I did not hit my W. I didn't want to commit here. I just wanted to wait if Ezreal would jump. We do have vision in the river, so we're completely safe, I'd say. I just get all my farm. Didn't land. That's frustrating. But Braum, again, is low. And we are 15 CS ahead. 15 CS, that's a little bit more than a kill in terms of gold. So we're actually snowballing without even getting takedowns on them. Yeah, keep poking them down. They don't recover. Yeah, just Q and walk backwards. Q doesn't have a cast animation, so it's very safe. You can't... well, most of League of Legends goes down to punishing opponents' cast animations and cooldowns and stuff. And because Q doesn't have a cast animation, you just get free poke, and enemy can't really react to it. Didn't land again. Again, this is not too important. We don't need to stomp them like this in lane. It's nice that we do, but it's not necessary by any means. I'm a little bit generous with my mana usage, actually. I should farm less with spells and do more with auto attacks, especially now that I have more attack speed. Oh god. Well, let's pop a biscuit right now, just to get some health back. We also have some lifesteal with our runes and Dorn's Blade. And of course Senna can always Q us if she needs to, which she doesn't right now, but it's also an option. But right now I think they just need to leave. They need to go base, and we have free tower damage here. Yeah, actually, they based. I don't want to miss this back timing. Shaco wants to do dragon. This is a tough call. Senna based, so I base as well. And now move towards dragon. I get Kraken Slayer here. This is so huge. Let's see if we're there in time to help. But it's most likely not necessary. Shaco got this. The enemy doesn't... They can't really hope to go there unpunished. They're too far behind in terms of lane pressure. Yeah, we get it completely for free. Just because of how bot lane works in this matchup right here. Actually not sure who would have gotten the gold there, because there was a control ward which wasn't placed by me, but I popped the vision plant thing. Oh god. I have a massive wave here, I can't help. I just lost a ton of health. Bro, what do you want me to do? Walk through this double stack minion wave? Why would you fight there? Senna takes one bad fight and is now tilted because of it. Okay, now we need to keep our head down a little bit. Chill. Unlucky death, unlucky. But we can't control this. I could have tried to join there, but I would have guaranteed lost 6 to 12 minions for this, which is just awful. No thank you. Instead I could have just not taken this fight to begin with. Actually, I'll take this fight. He lives. Ah, how unlucky can you get? I thought he's dead for sure. But he's tankier than he looks, huh? Well, that's awful. Wait. Okay, that kind of works. We have exhaust for Ezreal if we need to. Alright, Braum messed up even harder than we did. So that's fine. That happens. I don't complain. But yeah, I originally messed up, but then Braum messed up even harder, so it's all fine. Let's take these components first, so we can evolve our Q instantly. That's always an important power spike, evolving your Kai'Sa Q. It's so much more damage, it's incredible. Now we can actually proactively look for fights. The only reason why I fought there was because they got desynchronized in their back timings. Ezreal's base went through, but I was able to interrupt Braum's base with my W and then go in. And it's a 2v1 and he can't really win that. Had I played this more clean, he would have even had no chance, but he made just as many mistakes again, and then we're fine, you know, as you saw, evidently. Alright, we are looking very strong right now. Let's see. Oh, I missed the minion. Where's Ezreal? Huh. A couple of people are missing right now, but Braum stands there passively. Okay, there's Ezreal. We have vision in the river, so I'm not too afraid of a gank. Never mind. I guess we go next game. Sure. Alright, Unranked to Diamond. Kai'Sa edition. We just took some damage here, which I don't like. But we got all our minions, which is the main thing. Of course, we are playing for the late game with this. I don't want to get hooked here, so I'll lose this minion. Unlucky. Anyway, Thresh took some free damage. We lose the fight for level 2, that's for sure. If we continue like this. Yeah, let's just yield. It's fine. Again, as Kai'Sa, you don't need to dominate your lane or anything. You just need to not get crushed. And then you win late game. And this is exactly what we're attempting. Sitting back, letting the minions come. Xayah with her AoE feathers, with a Q. And her passive can push way better level 1 than I can. But here we are. We are getting our level 2. And just sit back. Yeah, almost tempting. This Thresh trying to get my minion here. Oh, damn. Okay, we're fine. I mean, Braum is super tanky with his defensive abilities. You should get the cannon minion for me. Yeah, safe and sound. We're under tower. We cannot get ganked. We get most of our farm, 14 to 16. So we're definitely in good shape. And we're going for that beautiful attack speed focus build, which I really like on Kai'Sa. Okay, rank 3. Or level 3 rather. If Thresh keeps walking up like this, I will just auto him every now and then. No reason not to. They need to be a little bit more careful not to lose free minions. Oh, I walked straight into that. Yeah, okay, I need to be a little bit more careful. I just lost my potion for this. But again, we are close to our tower. Not much can happen here. We keep getting some damage on Thresh. who is an engaged support, so his health is an aggressive resource he needs. Any damage on him will be valuable. How? Braum actually body blocked me, so I got hooked. I healed so he could walk out, but I probably didn't need to. Okay, now we're actually at a big disadvantage. We just stay steep under tower. But we get our farm. We just can't take any risks right now. That's the only thing. But yeah, that Braum body block was super unfortunate. Alright, we lose this minion, maybe we can prepare this one. Okay. Actually even in CS, but we are behind because we have less HP and... Nice, we delayed Thresh space, so they are now... we should just push, man. There's no way we can ever kill this Thresh from this position. But we can push the wave on the tower and punish Xayah that way. Okay, this is under tower enough. We need to be happy with this. We can base right now. We don't really lose time because Thresh needs to base as well. So yeah, this looks good for us actually. We can base with a clean Noon Quiver too. So it works out in the end. We still don't have flash and heal. And we need to play according to that circumstance. But we're all fine. Again, as Kai'Sa, you just need to go even. Don't lose lane hard, and you will carry the late game. Of course, Xayah is very strong this patch. There's no point denying this, or, I don't know, pretending like she isn't a threat. But, no, we can't get this. Travel time. Can't get this because body block, but we can get all the other minions here. So we're fine. And with Noon Quiver, farming is way easier now too. They're on Dragon, I'd assume. Need to give, I guess. We have item advantage over Xayah. Again, we don't have summoners, and this is a big one, of course. I'll just eliminate the wave and then go from there. Don't really see a point in slow pushing. Okay, Thresh is trying to hold. Okay, we see two of them. Let's ward. Get some damage. And proceed laning. Okay, she upgraded to Noon Quiver too, so we don't have item advantage. But we still don't have summoners, which is a problem. Especially right here, because Thresh threatens us with a hook. Hecarim right here too. Hook on cooldown. That's what I like to see. Oh god, I took a very bad fight. Aurelion Sol luckily did not go for me, else I would have gotten crushed by him. Yeah, this was super risky because I didn't have summoners, but I'm quite lucky Aurelion misplayed. I did not take him into account. I'll be real. Okay, in Germany we would say mehr Glück als Verstand haben, if you just get lucky, and the play was bad actually, but I mean, I take it. This is good enough for me. I base here. I have ulti now too. You were 20 CS up on Xayah actually. That's quite big. We get this, and let's get a dagger. It's not optimal to get dagger here. As you know, you want to evolve your Q as much as possible, or as fast as possible. But it's also not optimal to just sit on 300 gold that you could be using otherwise. And dagger still goes towards boots upgrade and Phantom Dancer. We'll see if we regret this. We'll see. Maybe we will. Delaying our Q upgrade, but I mean, if we miss out on a kill because we lack the attack speed, then we're obviously very sad as well. Oh, come on, dude. They're quite low. Xayah no boots as well. Braum level 6. We're looking good right now. Tried to tag her, did not work. Thresh level 6 too. Let's see if the Z gank leads to anything. I pretend I'm not there. This actually kind of works. Do we need to heal him? No, I don't. Yeah, I ulted there just to give Zed the signal to go in. And so I could cut off their escape path, forcing them to commit. Okay, Aurelion is here, just taking the CS though. Doesn't look like he's trying to fight us. Let's take this wave and base. Yeah. Nice. Alright. We do not quite have Kraken Slayer here, which is mildly annoying. But I'm still happy I got this dagger for the fight. Made everything a little bit safer. Now, upgrading boots that early is, of course, not optimal. You, generally speaking, upgrade them after you evolve your Q. But because of base timings and how the gold plays out and stuff like that, I choose the immediate power here. I'm not worried about the late game. I'm just switching around my power spikes a little bit. But it will lead to the same results eventually. And the early boots can go a long way. Especially against a Thresh this aggressive. Yeah, we'll keep up the pressure now. We're ahead and we want them to feel it. Thresh is topside. Oh no. Okay. Braum took a bunch of damage for nothing though. Ah, didn't work. Will we get some damage on her back, which is nice, but Thresh should return to bot lane any second, really. Yep, there he is. Careful. This could be a bluff, but you never know. It's always better to assume it's not a bluff, if you can help it. Just go for QE for some poke damage. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. Let them base. We get a lot of pressure for this. We get platings. Yeah, that's extremely good for us. Multiple platings, actually. Maybe even another one. We still have 15 seconds. Aurelion is coming. Actually rich right now. Let's see if they take this fight. It would be a good fight for them, I assume. Because they just bought items and we didn't. Let's see though. Hecarim out of nowhere. Actually 5 people bot lane with that teleport. I got a kill though, so it's kind of nice, but still, this is heavily in their favor. Braum gets away. Or actually, is it that heavily in their favor? Mid and top get free time. They got a shutdown on me though, so... Oh well. And we still end up with the same timing for Q evolve as always, because we're not short on an extra long sword or whatever. So it all worked out in the end. Anyway. Gotta be careful. They like to party bot lane, and we just felt it. And yeah, this fight, again, you never want to take these fights where the enemy just recalled, full health, full mana, freshly bought items, and you just stayed there for some playthings. Ah, I should have reacted earlier, then I could have gotten the cannon. But this fight, even without the... Let's be real, the teleport was just icing on the cake. Hecarim by himself was enough to completely ruin this for us. I'd never land these on her. Not that valuable anyway. Let's just go like this. Isolated Q. Isolated evolved Q. A lot of damage. That's actually mega huge. Xayah is at like 30% now. And everyone's closing in on bot lane. Let's see what we can do here. We see Thresh. We take this tower now. Nice. Okay, take this wave and then roam. This is almost a little bit too greedy. I'm quite vulnerable here. Let's see if we can join. Looking good, actually, huh? There we go. Huge gold for me. I didn't need to ult there, but ulting makes it more likely I get the kill. And I really want to start snowballing now. As soon as you evolve your Q, you're such a threat with Kai'Sa. Alright, a little bit too ham, huh? Let's hope they get away. I mean, they're chasing us Singed right now. So, should be in our favor. Never chase Singed. You all know how the saying goes. Didn't land. Why do I keep doing this? I could base, which is probably the best idea. Yeah. Everything else would be a little too greedy, I think. Because we can buy a beautiful Phantom Dancer. And then take it from there. Okay. We are so strong right now. Like, actually, it's just 17 minutes into the game, but this is the point. We got our second big power spike with E-Evolve. This is the point where we can start completely taking over if we play our cards right. Could have went bot lane here, but everyone's moving top, so I just push mid lane for now. And the farm bot lane goes to waste, unfortunately, but it's sometimes you just can't help it. Push mid lane past river and then roam towards the team. It's also quite nice. Get him. Don't want to overcommit. But yeah, we should be fine here. He flings him, he's dead, I think. I'm not ulting this, actually. Wait, I got stunned at the worst possible moments. My lord. Unfortunate, doesn't even begin to describe. I mean, that was a greedy play, let's be honest. I I just saw Gnar that low, and I couldn't resist, and I paid the price for it. Kinda deserved, to be honest. Let's get a Vamp Scepter and a Dagger. Yeah, now we start stacking lifesteal, so we can be more daring, more aggressive. You could just stack more damage, but realistically with Kraken Slayer, and I mean we're still stacking damage, don't get me wrong, but I mean the main thing is Bloodthirster. Blade of the Ruined King is a super good Kai'Sa item nonetheless. So you're not weak by any means, you're just safe and strong. There's no point overkilling your opponents, you know. Let's see if we can join in time. Use our invisibility to stay safe. Don't have ulti, so I can't be too aggressive here. Braum can clear the ward. I want to clear the wave so I get some health back with lifesteal. Very important to not Q here so you get more out of your lifesteal. You want to kill the wave with autos. Get your health back. Alright. There's still a dragon on the line. Nice. Hecarim is probably trying to steal this, but the team's committed now. So we commit with them. Do so much damage. Yeah, Gnar, of course, just goes for me because I'm the squishiest target, which again makes it even more important to buy some defensive items at this point. You shred everyone anyway. Ah, come on, Zed. Just wanted to push this fast. Alright. I could base, but ideally I just farm for my next item now. The components are not doing as much. Getting more resources, more gold, more experience is just better here. Let's try and help Kayn. I got ambushed. Man. Okay, I should not have tried to help Kayn. So deep in enemy territory. That's still Doran's at this point. Yeah, okay, that was super unfortunate. I shouldn't have tried. It was unsafe to begin with. The safest play would have been to farm chickens. But I tried to go for the more exciting play, which obviously did not work out. I just lost Flash and ulti. Which might come back to bite me. Oh, come on, Zed. We're actually low-key throwing. All right. Baron Red now would be a bad call, I'd say. We don't have numbers advantage. I got caught again. Yeah. And Zed wasn't with us, of course, it was just respawning. So taking this fight was complete, and I should have positioned even more defensively. Was way too aggressive here. Now we're really throwing. Like, my lord. They get Baron off of this. Which is a big deal, of course. Alright, need to play it more strategically. Stop going, like, for crazy plays. Yeah, Baron's gone. Oh well, looks like this game, because of our mistakes, is going late game now. But there's a good opportunity at least to showcase the build, if anything. Once I get Bloodthirster though, these Gnar ambushes don't kill me anymore, and I kill him without any trouble. Oh no, Zed going for a crazy play. Let's hope it works. Careful, buddy. We get him. Damage too high. Yeah, once you can attack someone freely as Kai'Sa, they just drop. Like, there's no way you resist all this true damage, percent on hit, health damage, and Kai'Sa passive. It's just not happening. You're going down. We don't want to pull this? Sure. Okay, we all die now. Man, we're throwing again. They tried to brute force this dragon for some reason. Meanwhile, Zed split pushing. The good news is they didn't get anything out of their Baron. Like, that's a saving grace. Yeah, we need to stop giving them openings like this. They all respawned, we still try to force Dragon, despite a control ward being in the pit. That was so stupid. And now they're actually making progress on the map. Well, Zed looking kinda strong too. Fixed mid lane. Do I need to join the team or do I keep pushing? Oh, I definitely join the team here. If I can salvage the situation, which doesn't look like it. Okay, we just push. Push past River Rome. Okay, Singed gets this wave. What do I get? My jungle? Which is also quite nice. Don't get me wrong. Could base. Nah, I don't even have Vamp Scepter. Or actually, now I do. Yeah, just base for another Vamp Scepter. It might make a difference. And there's nothing to fight over on the map anyway right now. So might as well use this downtime. Oh my goodness, Kayn, please. Should have taken the Hex Gate, of course. the lethal tempo. Meanwhile, Zed is split pushing, so this works for us. Still have ulti. I got red buff on him. Come on, please. I got one shot in CC again. Man, I didn't. Always these Gnar jumps from out of vision. He's playing this really well, and I'm falling for it every single time. But this fight, funnily enough, cost them more than us, because they're losing double inhib right now because they didn't base in time. Okay, only one inhib, but Zed gets out for free too. Yeah, unironically, this fight was better for us. Despite... Okay, this is not unnecessary. Okay, maybe he gets... Man, this is wild. This Zed deciding to just split push all game instead of playing with the team has really funny implications. What a game. What a game, actually. But yeah, this Gnar, once he gets the crowd control on me, it's lights out for Kai'Sa. If I could ult and use the shield to then use the time the shield buys me to apply lifesteal, we're fine. But I die before I even get out of crowd control. Need a little bit more gold for my item. Obviously could not challenge that. He's just dead. Can't do nothing. Man. Okay, I avoided the Hecarim dive for now. This could have been worse, for sure. I desperately need my health back. I need to go base. Get my health, get Bloodthirster. Hextech Soul. This is not looking good for us, for sure. He gets away, he's too mobile. Don't overchase here. Chasing is bad for us anyway, because they can just kite with their Dragon Soul. Here we go, huh? Do I want a pen item, or do I just go... The last item is flexible. I could go Wit's End even to protect for, against Thornmail better. Come on, is Kayn just AFK or what? Kayn's standing here, waiting for them to take our base. Okay, I mean, it happens. Unlucky one, unlucky one. We just go next. Alright, Kai'Sa in Unranked to Diamond again. We are playing against Twitch Ezreal, which is very interesting. Need to be careful of Twitch just randomly trying to cheese. But we should be fine with Blitzcrank especially. He can hard punish squishy support champions like Twitch, and squishy AD carries like Ezreal for that matter. Maybe he's roaming. Yep, Twitch is topside. So if we have a 1v2 lane, that's actually perfect for Kai'Sa, because that means we get to scale into the late game for free. But I took damage. But we also, of course, want to... Hang on. Okay. Almost missed CS over nothing. But Blitzcrank looked like he was trying to make a play there. Right, we just keep them low, we keep attacking the tower, keep taking free CS. Twitch might try something here. We got massive damage on Ezreal for that hook. Yeah, again, Ezreal is suffering here. Ezreal is very bad when you push him in because he does not have any wave clear. When he doesn't have his ult to spare. So, this should be perfect for us. But again, Twitch might gank our lane any moment. Okay, he's in mid lane right now. Try to snipe him. Did not work. Anyway, we can just go for playthings, really. Careful, buddy. There's no reason to take free damage. Yeah, we better go ward. Which is exactly what he does, which I like. And we take all the CS here. Okay, Twitch is bot lane. But Ezreal already suffered quite a bit. He got solo experience, yes, but he lost a bunch of CS, actually. Let's see if Twitch stays, or if he tries to now play the lane. Twitch flash. Nocturne flash too, by the way. Which is worth keeping in mind. I exhausted to get the slow on them to kite more easily. I mainly have exhausted for the late game, so we can deal with Nocturne jumping and whatnot. Okay, Lilia on her way. We know Twitch is vulnerable since he doesn't have flash. Nice, there we go. W to finish the job. Triggering the full stacked passive. Yeah, so far their Twitch roaming playstyle's not working out for them. Which I, of course, am a fan of. Let's see if we can punish Ezreal here, but his E makes him relatively safe. All I'm doing right now is missing CS. Missed one melee minion for that approach. Okay. Let's keep doing our thing here. Twitch top side. But Ezreal has his E. I think he has enough mana to cast it. Just keep him low. Get them playthings. Don't dive. It's not worth. Looks like Twitch actually accomplished something. Nocturne mid lane. Yeah, we're under such little pressure in lane that we can freely look at the minimap the entire time. Keep track of everything. We don't need to really look at the main screen. Thought he'd dodge into it, but he didn't even look. Should have just aimed straight at him. But we keep him pushed, we keep denying CS that way. He can't hit every single CS on the tower. But he's level 6 now, which is something to keep in mind. Twitch top side. With his jump, he's kinda hard to punish though. But we are passively winning lane, just by out-farming him. So this wave will always push against Ezreal. He can use this to base, but we can also just base, and Ezreal will lose CS, and this is a slow push against us. I will not touch this wave at all. So it keeps pushing towards me. Alright, got the perfect base with my components. It's not the fastest, or not the... sounds weird, not the fastest slow push in the world, because the offset towards their side of the map is so small, but it is still a slow push nonetheless. Ezreal, again, used this to base himself, but he will... I mean... He lost a little bit more farm than we did. Not much, but a little bit. It's there, it's tangible. Oh, please don't execute this. I mean, it's fine. Okay, we don't need to keep the wave pushing towards us. But I would like to. Because if Twitch doesn't return, that means Ezreal cannot farm anymore. Yeah. Look how we set up the wave. This is pushing against Ezreal right now, and he can't do nothing about it. And this is where the real money will start coming in. Twitch is here. Yeah, he called for his Twitch to come back so he can farm again. But now all he has is Qs from range. Why would you flash there? Such a waste. Sinjao is coming. I could just base, to be honest. Just let the wave be. Unless Sinjao is pushing it in, then I need to stay. Because then I would lose too much farm for basing. It's a massive wave. I had exhausts. I exhausted Ezreal a little bit too late, actually. Maybe Blitzcrank didn't need to die there. This is fine. Yeah, no way I need to do anything here. Okay, this is Drake for us. I'm getting quite fed, actually. Twitch is top lane, so I don't need to be worried about my base location. But I do have Kraken Slayer here. I definitely want to... They want me to join, but I have a power spike to hit here, so... You know, I gotta do what I gotta do. They get this without me, that's no shots. Well, maybe I jinxed it. Alright, didn't realize how much they needed my help. Now they're tilted and it's my fault. Come on, let's do it. But we lost Dragon because of me. Unlucky. Anyway, let's return to bot lane and look for a play. Ezreal is so much weaker than I am. Gotta go for the kill now. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. And I'm losing the wave. Yeah, okay, that was a misplay. Should have taken the wave instead.
An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Okay, let's see what we can do. I don't have exhaust right now. Ezreal doesn't have summoners though. What a hook. Take the wave, take more platings, and then get some items. We see Twitch, Ezreal spawns in 8. Alright, we get our Q upgrade here. Another big power spike. Ah, it's bugging me that they got a Mountain Drake. That was really unnecessary. I know there are ways to cancel this evolve animation, but I'm just too lazy. I couldn't be bothered. Okay. Twitch bot lane, Nocturne bot lane. They will try and get us very soon with Nocturne ulti.
An enemy has been slain.
No, thank you. Yeah. Very important to disengage immediately there, because Nocturne is eyeing me down. Looking for an ult. Okay, they didn't kill me, but they still got both my summoners. Did I need to flash, really? I'm not sure. But well, I did it, so now I don't have it anymore. My lifesteal is highly limited right now, so I'm kind of stuck at low health here.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Just gotta ult to the wave as much as possible to get to make the most out of my little lifesteal. I still have ulti, so I don't need to be afraid of Twitch. I can get him if he overextends to try and get me. I doubt he's even bot lane though. He's probably roaming. You can walk up right now because Blitzcrank has... Man. I failed to dodge Ezreal ulti, but it probably wouldn't have mattered because Nocturne was there too. Nocturne would have gotten me had I not been killed that way. But yeah, as soon as Twitch pops out of stealth, I ult him once to trigger the ult indicator. Then I ult him for the shield and 1v1 him with my auto attacks. It's very straightforward. So Twitch can never assassinate you with this build. Or, no, with this. The build right now is very standard, the first two items, but he can never assassinate you with... with Kai'Sa ults. Yeah, I lost so much farm this game, but Ezreal lost even more. So it's okay. Could be worse, could be worse. They get another Drake, I can't help them. Don't have ults right now, so Twitch is dangerous.
An enemy has been slain.
Could have worked. Ah, I always assume they dodge. I should just aim at them blank point. Or point blank, or how do you say it in English? I don't know. Point blank, I think. There we go. Let's dice for it though. A little bit unfortunate, but overall worth it, I would assume. Because Ezreal loses so much farm again. We see Twitch, we don't see Nocturne. Alright, I got the wave way past river, so I can recall here, get my item upgrades, and take it from there. We're looking good this game. Actually looking really good. Alright, 2 item power spike. And as long as I have exhaust, I don't need to be afraid of neither Xin, nor Nocturne, nor Warwick really. Maybe in this game, just because their team composition is so trash, I just stack armor after my Blade of the Ruined King. Guardian Angel plus Death's Dance. Looks very good. A little bit afraid of Nocturne ulti, but at the same time I have exhaust. Follow Blitzcrank. Let's see what we can do. We can do quite a lot, it seems. If he jumps, I still have stealth too. Well, it looks like Xin is not looking for that fight. Yeah, actually we can back off, it's fine too. I still got 2 kills out of the deal. Okay, so let's take this wave. Do we try and make a play here? Let's see what Twitch does. Maybe Twitch gets greedy. Nocturne is far enough away, I think. He flashes. Again, had to commit both summoners, but ultimately worth it. They all die. Yeah, they always go for you, so buying defensive items at some point is definitely worth. But for now, we keep stacking damage with Blade of the Ruined King. But yeah, actually in this game, I really like the idea of just going for straight up armor. I mean, look at them. Maybe Guardian Angel into Thornmail even. Well, right now I'm cooking a little bit too hot, but it's a funny idea because it also counters Warwick's lifesteal and Twitch's on hit. And items like Randuin's are not uncommon on AD carries. It's a strategy that does exist. Oh goodness. Imagine if I had Thornmail. Yeah, I got caught there. I didn't think Warwick would be in our jungle. But definitely Guardian Angel after my Blade of the Ruined King seems, or sounds, very much reasonable. We can always decide then how we go from there. Death Stand's actually low-key interesting. Yeah, even this is the one part that's frustrating about playing AD carry. Even if you're very far ahead, solo laners can still 1v1 you super easily if you're not careful, if you're caught out of position. Like him. They're a threat. Anyway, we just keep our farm high if we can. Need as much gold as possible. Let's see. Need to be afraid of Twitch plus Nocturne, of course. So I want to back off here. Whenever you're trying, or whenever you're needing to deal with stealth champions, assassins, you gotta take their options into account. And Nocturne Twitch means you shouldn't be too far out without the tower nearby or an ally nearby. We see Twitch now. He confirmed was mid lane, trying to get me. Alright. Team's kind of crushing it. We see them all. Actually, I just take this tower. Screw them. Free tower is free. Let's see how we can help the team. Do we even need to? They look dead. Yeah, we're actually crushing them right now. Everyone's fed except for Ornn, maybe. I probably should have exhausted him so he cannot kill any of us. Still fine. Get this and... oh, just a cloth armor. Why not? Didn't have the money for stopwatch. But this little bit of armor goes a long way already. Look at them. Yeah, I'll just go for Death's Dance. I think that's the best one. Okay. I tried to assassinate them, but Nocturne assassinated me right back. Is it better to... yeah, I really think stopwatch is worth it here. That was a risk we didn't need to take. I got inclined by my allies' pings, which were bad. But yeah, I'm the one to blame, of course. I didn't need to do this, I still decided to do it. Anyway, now we're sitting on a beautiful stopwatch, so when Nocturne ults me, next time right before he fears, right before his fear comes through, I just press stopwatch and completely fine. Alright, get him. That still hits me? Oh, he's already dead. Dead by the time I press W. Crazy. This Zed deals some serious damage. Okay, let's siege. We have 4 people right here. There we go. Took so many of their towers already. I'll just follow Blitzcrank here. Twitch is playing quite poorly, isn't he? Gonna take full advantage. Don't even need stopwatch right here. Just kill them manually. There we go. Actually killing them all. Don't have minions. But now we do. They're all dead. Twitch now lives. Okay, GG. There we go. Beautiful Kai'Sa game. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, Kai'Sa in Unranked to Diamond, and we're getting all the minions. It's so easy with that Q. And, I mean, you probably know the drill by now. It's been a couple of games we've been playing her. We want to survive lane and take it from there. But in this lane, we don't want to give Senna anything for free, of course. If we can punish her for stacking her souls, then we will do that. But #1 priority is just scale, of course. Okay, there we go. Got a level 2 as well. Veigar. I took the Magic Resist chart, by the way. Which is, I mean, Armor Shot is fine too, because you have Senna in this lane. But Veigar is their main damage dealer, of course, so the magic resist is quite nice. Especially since early game you tend to have more armor than magic resist, and armor also scales with levels better. So the magic resist chart can go a long way. Anyway, lots of action in the mid lane, I see. And, I mean, Veigar, again, he's scaling very well too. But I think if it's just trading farm, then we're still winning. Mid-game all-ins with Kai'Sa, Evolved Q plus Leona ult should be very juicy, by the way. Leona not daring to go in, really. Careful. Missed the minion. Regardless. Got him. Yeah, just tag them and play a lane. We want vision here, of course. Just following Leona so nothing bad can happen while we're separated. But yeah, now we just keep our farm high and do our thing. As soon as we hit our Q evolve, as always, this is where could really walk in there because Veigar's cage zoned me. But luckily I didn't get stunned by it by stupidly running forward. So this could have been worse. Senna lost a lot of health. Leona didn't lose as much health. But Senna of course has her Q to regenerate. This is also the thing, if we fight, we don't want to fight in minion waves. Leona is, generally speaking, poor-ish synergy with Kai'Sa. Because, again, Leona just engages with her Zenith Blade, no matter where the enemy is standing, but if they're in a minion wave, which is Leona's biggest upside, right? She can engage despite enemies being in minion waves, nothing that a Blitzcrank or Nautilus could do because they need to land their hooks. I'm not a fan of this base, but if Leona bases, I will base too. We won't have good back timings in this lane anyway because Veigar has teleport. Yeah, there we go. I'll just grab these components, spend as much gold as possible. So yeah, Leona, she wants to... again, her upside is she can engage despite enemy hiding behind minions. But Kai'Sa cannot really fight in minion waves in early game because Q is so much of your damage. And Q just gets watered down the more minions are nearby. This won't reach in time, might as well save it. Yeah, I mean, you know where I'm going with this, but it's still fine. She still protects us, and we can then do stuff in the mid and late game. But if you're playing with a duo, don't ask them to play Leona. It's way better to get an enchanter support who scales alongside you, for example. Or a support who can single out the enemies. Like a Blitzcrank is also quite good because you can hook them towards you where there are no minions nearby to absorb your Q damage. Really nice dragon, actually.
An ally has been slain.
Veigar's back. Let's see. Again, the main thing is to avoid his cage. Which can be a little bit difficult on Kai'Sa because your attack range is below average. Better focus on getting all these CS instead of trying to punish. Well, punish. I would maybe get some damage by attacking them while they attack Leona, but Leona's safe enough. Doesn't matter. Better to scale with CS. Yep, that's a ward. Now it's gone. All right. They're going for this, huh? Well, let me get the wave. And try and do something. I committed flash plus exhaust there. But I think it was worth it. I saved this situation from turning into a full disaster. Bro. What are you doing? Okay, this is well under tower and Veigar is returning, so we just bail. No reason to stay there. Gotta convert my gold into items and then take it from here. Yeah, looking fine. I mean, greed got the better of him. Who am I to blame him for that? It happens. It is what it is. The longsword, of course, does not build towards my mythic, but it builds towards Phantom Dancer, and it's the first component we want anyway after finishing mythic, so we get our Q evolve as fast as possible. Which is why I picked it up here. But yeah, looking really good in this situation. 2-0 at 8 minutes. We can hold this a little bit here, but we don't have to. We can also just control the lane by pushing.
An enemy has been slain.
Bot lane miss. Senna is probably returning though. Yeah, there she is. Okay. But now we have huge follow-up with ulti. Should Leona find our target. Even though she doesn't bring it to us, we can now jump right after them. If we have to, that is. Ideally, we play it safe, you know. Okay, that was a waste. But yeah, we just safely farm. The sooner we get our Kraken Slayer, the better. Ideally, we would take a trade now, so I can use my potion efficiently to get my boots in 30 seconds. That still stuns you. That's really lame. Yeah, I mean, it's a dash, not a blink, so of course it still stuns you. I had a brain fart right there. But of course it worked like a charm, so who am I to complain? We just destroyed that Senna. She walked up a little bit too much, and she's an easy target. She has such low HP. Now the full Kraken Slayer. We can run away with the game, ideally. Yeah, wouldn't say no to a quick dragon either. Looks like we just go for it. Which is not the call, I'd say. They can contest it a little too efficiently, huh? I lose so many minions right now. Well, I mean, all in all, probably worth. Because if I don't help there, they might be able to contest and steal, which you never want to happen. All right. They flashed. Yeah, Veigar is super low and no sums. Katarina's coming. Oh god. What a misplay. I lost so much here. The team got my back though.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Let's take platings. I don't really feel this dive. I don't have anything left in case something goes wrong. Yeah, we can push one more wave and then take our recall to reset. Nah, let's not. I think it's much better to just play it safe here. I can Q evolve with my next longsword. And I'll just get boots upgrade. We got our most important spike here. No reason to, I mean, of course finishing this Phantom Dancer the or as early as possible is nice, but all you really need is the 2 longswords alongside Kraken Slayer. And then finishing boots is totally fine because you already got your Q evolve. That did not work out. Well, I didn't lose an additional minion for it at least. Let's just fast push. With Q evolve you also delete waves, it's crazy. We are post 14 minutes, so no platings to greed over. Might as well push and roam. By the time you're there, they already killed the enemies, so it didn't even matter too much. It's fine though. Okay, we got control over this bush. Makes it very hard for them to play right now. Especially considering how far behind they are to begin with. Yeah, now we keep pressuring. They have no vision here. So they gotta play extra carefully, which gives us a lot more leeway. Everyone's coming too. Oh, they do have vision. Okay, I didn't realize. Send a flash. Keep pushing. If Rengar comes, they just die on the tower. They probably just die no matter what, if I'm honest. Yeah. Random Herald is random. Yeah, they're getting crushed here. I almost feel bad for them at this point. Can we take this? Yeah, we can. The next wave's already here. Alright. We can even take another wave because they're so far behind. They need to react to so much pressure on the map. When you're ahead, don't put your foot off the gas. Just keep going. Of course, without overextending into an unnecessarily risky situation. But you just gotta choke them out while they're on the ground. Taking extra wave, getting more tower damage. Now this is an overstay, we should definitely not fight this. But taking the extra wave plus the extra tower damage is certainly worth. And if they overchase now into us, then they die again. Oh well, let's just take the dragon. I do have Phantom Dancer. Perfect base timing. Alright. Everyone's fed in our team. Yeah, this looks like an easy win from here because Kai'Sa, again, the worst, well, worst. The weakest state you're in is the early game. And with each ability you evolve, you become so much stronger. In the late game you win, no matter what. I mean, that's an oversimplification, of course, but if you're winning the early game with a late game champion, chances are you're also winning the game. It's easier to win the lane with an early game focused champion, but then it's even more important to finish, to strike the iron while it's still hot, to finish early, so the enemy cannot catch back up. With Kai'Sa... Ooh, hang on. With Kai'Sa, of course, you should still try to finish as early as possible, but if that doesn't work out for whatever reason, you're still a late game Kai'Sa. Okay, I'm not ulting here. That was a lot of shields. To be honest, I overstepped though. There's no reason for me to take that risk ever. Paid with a lot of my health. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Push with Herald. There's no way to recover here. Let's still be careful though. Kha'Zix's forfeit? Or what's he doing? Intentionally feeding my lord. I mean, at this point, they probably just lose the game either way, but still, you should try your best or surrender, but not this. Oh, that's not a good spot. Yeah, just take their inhibitors. Nice, alright. I'm pretty sure, now that they're all dead, that's just game. Yeah, so Kai'Sa was a lot of fun. Very strong champion. But we're playing a plethora of champions in this journey to Diamond, so click the link on your screen to watch another one.